Critique: why are African leaders not praising Ibrahim Traoré? For decades, many African leaders have blamed former colonial powers for their inability to bring about meaningful change, take control of their natural resources, and define the future of their nations. While this excuse has echoed throughout the post-independence era, a new wave of leadership is challenging that narrative, most notably Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, alongside Assimi Goïta of Mali and Abdourahmane Tiani of Niger Republic. These young military leaders have demonstrated that with determination and courage, it is possible to break free from neo-colonial influence and chart an independent course. In contrast to the majority of African leaders who remain submissive to Western interests, Traoré has emerged as a symbol of defiance and African self-determination. A recent viral video showed Traoré speaking candidly about how fear is systematically instilled in African leaders, often through the tragic examples of past revolutionaries who were killed for challenging imperial powers. Despite this, Traoré has drawn inspiration from the legendary Thomas Sankara, and in doing so, has earned the admiration of many progressives across the continent. So, the critical question arises: why are other African leaders not rallying behind Traoré or following his example? Rather than supporting his vision, many so-called democratic leaders are accused of distancing themselves from Traoré's movement, or worse, acting as proxies for Western powers in efforts to undermine the Sahel alliance between Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger. There are growing concerns among Pan-Africanists that these leaders, rooted in colonial mindsets, may even be complicit in plans to eliminate Traoré out of fear that their own citizens will start comparing their failures to the bold progress of the Sahel trio. This suspicion is further deepened by the warming ties between Nigeria's President Tinubu and France, especially at a time when many Africans are calling for more leaders to adopt Traoré-style reforms. One can't help but wonder, what if a leader like Traoré had emerged from a powerhouse like Nigeria, a country once seen as the natural leader of African emancipation? Sadly, Nigeria seems to be scoring at its own goal post in this critical moment. It is equally telling and deeply disappointing that not even the ever-ceremonial African Union has found the courage to commend Ibrahim Traoré and his counterparts for their bold stance. For an organization that often cries wolf about African unity and emancipation, its silence in the face of genuine revolutionary leadership is deafening. If the African Union were truly committed to the liberation and self-determination of the continent, this trio has provided a clear template and an inspiring example for member states to follow. If you identify as a Pan-Africanist and recognize the courage and commitment of Ibrahim Traoré, now is the time to act. Use your voice, your platform, and your network to amplify his message and encourage his efforts. It is time to raise this crucial question to concerned Africans on why African leaders are not praising and not emulating Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. Diaspoint values your perspective and encourages you to share your thoughts on the topics we present. Feel free to comment and share with your network to spark broader discussions.